Hey y'all, this is Mike with Ink and Audible. Welcome back. I know it's been a while since I actually made my last video. I got involved in a big project in May, and one thing led to another, and time just has a way of going by, and before you know it, you're like, "Wow, I can't believe that much time has passed." But I'm back. I'm back. I'm going to try to tighten up my schedule and my cadence and make sure I'm hitting you once a week with a book review or a commentary or podcast review, something on a weekly basis. Today, I'm really coming at you really with a commentary, and I'm sure y'all have all seen, or heard about this big trade with Jaylen Brown that happened with the Celtics, and I mean, you've heard people say it makes absolutely no sense. I mean, I understood what was happening with the Giannis deal and why that would have made sense. And when that fell through, I'm like, well, the Celtics really need like a 4 or 5. So I thought, okay, maybe they'll pivot and look to somebody like Bancaro or Orlando. But then when they came back and we're hearing about this Paul George deal, I'm like, Paul George, Paul George, like really? Okay. And then the picks and all that, I was like, that makes no sense. And I mean, let me be like honest with you. Brad Stevens is a really good president of basketball operations. So this kind of deal coming from him really don't make no sense either. He's smarter than this. This is the kind of thing that he does. So it said to me, and it looks to me like this is coming from the very top. This is coming from ownership down. Now Boston has a new owner. They were sold, I want to say like a year ago, to a guy named Bill Chisholm and his the ownership group he represents. So in my opinion, this came down from the top. And I mean, when you read between the lines, if any of you are out there, kind of on social, you've seen Jaylen Brown pop up on various podcasts, and you've heard him speak. I mean, he's increasingly got that sort of he's pro-black, he's confident in who he is, he's smart, he knows what he represents, and he's not just the typical athlete. He's showing and voicing that he cares for his community in that kind of way. And I think just personally, they started to get, like the ownership started to get a little bit uncomfortable with some of his off court activities and some of the people he's connected with or seems increasingly connected with, and I think that led to the voice kind of coming down from the top saying, hey, I want you to make a deal and move this guy, somewhere else. Because there's no real sense in this deal at all. It's definitely has a lot to do with I think what's going on. And let's be clear here too. Also, um, Jaylen Brown hasn't done anything off court that is remotely questionable in any way. He's just very comfortable in who he is. He's clearly sort of like I said, pro-black, voicing that. I don't know if they thought they had potentially a Colin Kaepernick situation sort of brewing, but they pushed to get him, out of town fairly quickly. So you got to think about that. I don't think there's any beef with JB and Jason Tatum. I don't see it. Don't see it at all. So that's not the issue here. It's just they decided to move off of him for reasons that aren't being totally spoken to and won't be totally spoken to, especially not in in traditional media. Maybe you'll hear somebody offline talk about it. I'm talking about it. You'll hear more from that, but that's what this is about. Now, for me, I mean, I gotta be clear. I'm a Knicks fan, so I wish JB luck in what he's doing. But when he comes up against my team, I can't be. I'll be in my usual position with my usual Brunson jersey on, wanting to see him, lose and go home just like always. But like you've probably heard plenty say, he's clearly a good brother, good intentions, wanting to do something good, and he's trying to like already build up what he's going to do and what his legacy is going to be, not just on court, but off court as well. So that's my commentary. Stick with me. I got more coming. I'm coming back at you. Like I said, I got more book reviews coming. I owe you one that I haven't delivered in full yet. It's the book all about love from Bell Hooks. I got to go deep with that because it was an amazing book. It really made me think pretty deeply about some stuff. So I want to give you that, and I got more coming from there. So stay with me. Ink and Audible. This is Mike. Peace.